The Dodgers and Padres home ballparks are separated by just 120 miles. But this week and perhaps the next 3 weeks for the winter, home is Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas.
The shadows now at Dodger Stadium.
And is it weird you guys are here preparing for a game in Texas while there's a game going on in Dodger Stadium?
It is, and I think more the latter, where just kind of watching the A's-Astros game and just seeing those two clubs at our ballpark is sort of weird in a postseason setting.
The Dodgers' new home for the remainder of the 2020 postseason lies 1,400 miles east of Los Angeles. Arlington, Texas, was established as a frontier outpost when Texas was still a republic and is located halfway between Dallas and Fort Worth. Arlington is perhaps best known to those outside of Texas as the location of two gigantic state-of-the-art buildings: AT&T Stadium, home of the NFL's Dallas Cowboys, and Globe Life Field, the brand new Texas Rangers ballpark, which opened in May and will host parts of the next 3 rounds of the MLB playoffs, including the World Series. The Dodgers are somewhat familiar with the ballpark, having played here earlier this season.
It's obviously brand new and beautiful and really nice, and the turf is funny though. You know, it takes some weird hops. I remember last time we were here, they had their guys pounding the ball into the ground and beating stuff out just because they bounce so high. So there's going to be some weird nuances and different things like that. But you know, ultimately, it's a great place to play, and you know, obviously we'd love to be at Dodger Stadium, but this is a good alternative.
Bazooka! Okay.
You doing ground balls or regular BP?
Ground balls. We got time. I think they gave us like 70 minutes. Yeah. Ground balls, yeah.
Some of the responsibility of getting the team acclimated to the infield and preparing for its idiosyncrasies falls on Dodgers third base coach Dino Ebel.
Atta boy, Sig. Come on, Matty.
I always go out early and, you know, roll the balls, hit the balls, just to make sure the players understand the field that we're playing on. And this is AstroTurf, and it's not real grass. And I just want the players, in my opinion, should be comfortable, know what the ball does. So when they're out there, they kind of get a good feel. When they get their batting practice and the ground balls in, they already got a heads up on it.
That's it. It looks like they put just a little bit more dirt here. It's a little bit softer.
It's a little softer.
Yeah. That's trouble. Let it go. Oh, you got it, Mookie. That's fair ball. Let it go.
Mookie's a table setter. He's got it all. He's an elite athlete, elite player, clubhouse leader. And for me, throwing to him every day, seeing his routine, what he does for us brings a lot of energy. And, you know, he's a championship caliber player, and other players are learning from it.
Nice work, nice work. All right, Hundy. Belly can't get too Hundy out of me. Right here, Hundy. I'm gonna go a little wider for you. Right here, through the legs, $100 bill. You get enough? Good. Cronesworth, Profar, can't play as deep.
Yeah.
Both can run.
Is Hosmer hurt or is he bad back?
No, he's hurt. No, he's in there.
Okay.
Hosmer, you can play a little bit deeper. Any other lefties? Oh, Grisham can run too. Yeah, so you can't play as deep. Oh man, ready, come on, let's go. Get this thing going. Sitting around too many days. Practice, sim games, all went good. Time to go.
So now he faces Machado. There goes Tatis again on strike 3. Throw down not in time and a stolen base for Tatis. And it gets Eric Hosmer to the plate. Yet another guy who's having his best season in a while. On a 3-2, Hosmer rips one right side and a bounce. It's Taylor. He will throw to first in time to end the scoreless first inning for Walker Buehler. Both pitchers struggling a little bit with command in the early innings. Buehler's second walk of this inning. They're at first and second with one away. Here's a 3-2. And he's walked the third hitter of the inning to load the bases. That is the first time this season that the Dodgers have issued 3 walks in one inning. And here comes the pitching coach, Mark Pryor. Well, bases loaded for the Padres, and as Padres fans know, they really good in these situations.
You can see the dugouts waiting to explode.
He sticks with a fastball and strikes him out. Big strikeout for Walker Buehler. 2 gone here in the second. Now back to the top of the order, and Trent Grisham, who homered against Buehler earlier this season. With the bases loaded at 2-0, is in the dirt, and it's 3-0 on Grisham with nowhere to put him. Huge moment early in this game, early in this series. On a 3-1, Grisham watches a pinpoint strike 2, and Buehler's battled back to the doorstep of getting out of this mess. There they go. Here it comes. He struck him out, sticking with a fastball.
Walker Buehler strikes out 8 and allows just 1 run over 4 innings. And after Texas native Dustin May tosses 2 scoreless innings of his own, his teammates look to break the tie in the bottom of the 6th.
Seager hits it sky high to medium deep left field. Tagging at third is Taylor. Profar settles under, makes the catch. Here comes the throw to the plate. Taylor's in safely, and the Dodgers have taken the lead. Ground ball up the middle. Cronenworth lays out to get there, but everybody's safe, and they lead it 4-1. And an infield hit from Cody Bellinger to score Justin Turner. So the Padres down to their last out. Jake Cronenworth, who is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. The hands are rolling along first. That's fair ball that'll finish the game. But behind a 4-run 6th inning, the Dodgers take game 1 5-1.
Yeah, just a resilient group. You know, we felt like it was a matter of time. Obviously, we'd like to get on the board earlier, but that's baseball. They had some good arms today, and it's not always easy. So we grinded, and it was a good team win.
Game 2, it'll be Clayton Kershaw, who has put up the best numbers in a few years, and he's coming off what may be his best postseason start ever.
Coming off a dominant 13 strikeout performance in the Wild Card Series, Clayton Kershaw takes the mound in Game 2 of the NLDS. The Dallas native doesn't start this round as strong and surrenders an early run.
RBI double for Will Myers, and the Padres strike first in Game 2.
But Kershaw settles in, and the Padres don't hold the lead for long.
Seager pulls it down the line, a fair ball, and Pollock in to score. Barnes headed for the plate, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead.
It'll be Bellinger, Taylor, and Pollock as we enter the 4th inning.
Cody Bellinger swings at the first pitch of the inning, launches the ball to center field, and the first pitch of the 4th, he leaves the yard. First home run of this series comes from the reigning MVP, and the Dodgers have a 4-1 lead. Well, the Padres trying to get their stars going. Machado to lead off this 6th against Clayton Kershaw. Got it there, hooked it deep towards the corner. Manny Machado with a leadoff home run. Hosmer corks one in the air to right, very high. Did he get under it, or did he get enough? He did, and they've gone back to back. And here come the Padres in the late innings. It's 4-3.
When the Padres threaten again the following inning, Dave Roberts counters the dangerous Fernando Tatis Jr. with some firepower of his own.
The hardest thrower in baseball, Brusdar Graterol, averages better than 99 miles per hour on his fastball. On to face Tatis. First pitch swinging at 100, and how about this matchup? Lifts his ball to deep center field. Bellinger twisting around, still going. He's at the wall. Cody Bellinger, a robbery of Tatis, keeping the Dodgers in front 4-3. Fernando Tatis thought he had a go-ahead home run. The reigning MVP went up and stole it. Graterol couldn't believe that Bellinger went and saved it. He throws the glove and then blows the kiss over to Manny Machado, who didn't like him throwing the glove.
Esa es mi personalidad. Mi personalidad es darle amor a todo el mundo, sea quien sea el otro equipo. Obviamente de cariño y amor para todo el mundo.
We all know that Brusdar is very emotional, and he just kind of was caught up in the moment and was really celebrating Cody's play.
Tempers flaring between two teams that play very emotionally charged games during the regular season. And you figured it would continue into these higher stakes matchups. In this tight game 2.
Riding the emotion, the Dodgers add 2 runs in the 7th. But the Padres battle back again in the 9th, roughing up closer Kenley Jansen.
RBI single Trent Grisham. It's 6-5.
And placing the pressure on Joe Kelly.
There they go. Here it comes. It's ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Tatis and Machado take back-to-back walks.
They say playoff baseball, anything can happen. And I kind of go about saying playoff baseball that everything is going to happen.
Kelly has paid himself in a tough spot with a really top hitter in Eric Hosmer.
It's one of those things that when the postseason comes, being okay with it going to be a crazy game, I think that's already half the battle.
Ground ball to second. Hernandez has it. On to first, and that's it. The Dodgers escape. 6-5 the final score to take a 2-0 series advantage. What a game.
Clayton, at what point did you exhale in the dugout when you were watching the later innings unfold?
Oh, never a doubt. No, never a doubt. We had it in our hands. That's how Joe Kelly rolls. You know, Joe likes to make it interesting for us. That was a huge win for us tonight, obviously, and we're in a good spot now going into tomorrow.
I think the family's gonna be sitting up in there. The big suite.
Really?
Yeah. That's what Joe said. Joe said they got some gigantic suite.
Really?
Yeah, it's gotta be that one.
It's gotta be that one.
Yeah.
After a drama-filled Game 2 and an MVP performance by the reigning NL MVP Cody Bellinger, the Dodgers now sit 1 win away from their 4th trip to the National League Championship Series in 5 years.
23-year-old Dustin May gets the start in Game 3 as the Dodgers look to close out the National League Division Series. Having grown up in nearby Justin, Texas, May has additional support tonight. His parents are part of a limited contingent of Dodger family members allowed in attendance at Globe Life Field.
Dustin called him, what was like 10 o'clock at night, or well, he called him and said that we get to go, and we were just like, we can't even believe it. We can't even believe it. I mean, there's 8 of us in the section up there. And we're just like, my goodness.
Yeah, it's just amazing to be here going through this again. I mean, it's almost as electric or exciting as the debut almost.
Yeah, well, we don't want to miss it because we won't ever probably, hopefully, never have to go through this situation again.
You guys nervous?
No, she is. She's panicking. Yeah, let's end this tonight. Let's be done with it. You know, I know it's our kids, but this is our, he played 10 games last year. And then this year, but
Man, you guys have been doing it for years. Does it ever get any easier and amazement and all that stuff?
It's always, you know, it comes out where after a while you say it's all the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when they get to going, then you just, yeah, that's how it comes.
Wow.
It gets a lot easier.
Good. Because you got one of the best boys in all of baseball. It's not even close. I know my son loves it.
Yeah.
Boy, he got that one. Hopefully we get a couple of them tonight.
Be nice.
May on Tuesday in Game 1 of the Division Series, 2 innings, struck out 3, and was perfect. He's pitched awfully well down the stretch. He'll get the start tonight. How long he lasts, we'll find out together. The Dodgers, they just need to win 1 of the next 3. If it goes that far, the Padres have to win all 3 remaining games. The Dodgers did not have a 3-game losing streak all year long.
When I got home, I know I said something last night. I got to see the play. Wow, that was unbelievable.
It was really good, like, you know, the still shots, like frame by frame by frame. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
2-2 to Betts is served on a hop out to Tatis at shortstop, and that's how the night begins, 1 away.
Hey, at least you're coming out swinging immediately.
And they're hitting the ball. Need the other team to come out swinging but not hit the ball. There you go. Gonna stay in this deck.
Did it stay up here?
Yeah, it's up here. You're gonna go get it.
Turner swings and grounds it to short. The Dodgers go quietly. Dustin May getting ready for Grisham, Tatis, and Machado in the bottom of the first.
You get it? Wow, look at you.
His second year with the Dodgers. Grew up in Justin, Texas. As close to a home game as he's going to get.
Come on, bub. Let's go.
And a swing and a miss. A strikeout opens the bottom of the first for Dustin May.
Man, he didn't throw one fastball.
May on 3-2, and Tatis takes low and outside, ball 4.
God dang it.
And you have Machado coming up.
Let's go.
Tatis runs on the first pitch. Smith thrown down to second base. Tatis comes off the bag. He's out trying to steal second.
Now Machado's thinking. Just don't throw what he's thinking. Don't hit him.
May on 3-1 to Manny Machado.
It's way up in the air.
Easy play for Bellinger. No score after 1.
After the Dodgers take an early lead in the second, Dustin May's parents are surprised when Dave Roberts turns to the bullpen so early in the game, with their son pitching well.
We go all the way into the bottom of the second, and the Dodgers make a pitching change.
No way.
Man, that was short.
That was very short. He threw more pitches in the bullpen than he...
At least go 2 and 3.
That's what I figured too. He said no, 1 or 2. That was it.
There's a line drive base hit into left field. A leadoff single for Hosmer here in the second.
You know, I know they go on percentage, but I just wonder if the percentage is really better than not. They're smarter than me. I don't know.
Big bases loaded spot with 1 gone in the home second. Trying to counterpunch the Dodgers, who scored the first run. Kolarek has just walked in a run. And that's how the Padres get on the board in Game 3.
Julio's out there.
Chopper. Tough play for Seager, throwing across the body, not in time, and a run scores. They're already going to the bullpen for a second time tonight. It'll be Julio Urias to try to get out of this jam. Already the second pitching change of the game for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Adam Calera goes only 2/3 of an inning, and he yields to left-hander Julio Urias with the bases loaded and 2 runs in.
Urias set of the belt. Tatis, the hitter, he swings and misses at a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1.
We knew we were going to see a lot of pitchers in this game, John. I didn't think that the bullpen gate would be swinging open so frequently as early as it has tonight. And a swing and a miss gets Urias out of the jam.
However, the Padres come up with 2 runs after 2. They lead the Dodgers 2-1.
Go hit the ball, guys.
1-2 to Seager is sent back up the middle. A diving stop by Tatis. Throw from his knees, gets away from Hosmer, and Betts will score. San Diego into its bullpen, facing the meat of the Dodger order. Justin Turner takes the first pitch into left field. Seager takes the turn at third, and the Dodgers go back out on top by a run.
And with that hit by Justin Turner, now has 64. That's the most in Dodger postseason history.
3-2 pitch. And Peterson lines it into the opposite field. Bellinger scores. High right behind it.
A 5-run third inning gives the Dodgers a commanding 6-2 lead. And the offensive production continues throughout the game.
Bases loaded with 2 gone. Smith into the opposite field, and he has set a Dodger postseason record. A 2-run double and a 5-hit game for Will Smith tonight.
What a night for Will Smith. What a night for the Dodgers.
And that'll do it. And the Los Angeles Dodgers have another date in the National League Championship Series. A 12-3 Game 3 victory finishes off a 3-game sweep of San Diego. LA is moving on.
The MO of this club is to take it one game at a time. And when we win the day, it's a good feeling. But we still know what's in front of us. We still know there's a lot of work to be done. And you know, we're not going to get too high. We're going to enjoy it for a little bit and then, you know, start getting ready for the Braves.
Bazooka! We want to do it for everyone, Ron, to be honest with you. I think that we want to do it for each other. We want to do it for the Dodgers, for the fans, and everyone has a story, whether it's your first year in the big leagues or you're Clayton Kershaw with the Dodgers and the only team you know. So I think that it's going to mean a lot to all of us. So we still got a lot of work to do.
On the next Backstage Dodgers, the championship quest continues in the NLCS.